When intermittent fasting, can you eat snacks? When I was obese, that was what I would do all day long. I was just snacking constantly. In fact, a lot of times I didn't even realize I was eating so much because I was just, snacking throughout the day. But intermittent fasting, when I started to practice it, I started to kind of not snack anymore. And it was kind of accidental. I never had a rule in place that said no snacking. I just didn't have that rule. But what happened for me was, as my fasting window got longer and longer, I found that, by the time my window did open up, my eating window opened up, I would be pretty hungry. And so I kind of made a rule for myself that when I did eat, I wanted to eat until I was full. I didn't want to just eat something small. Like I wanted to actually be full. So I would sit down and have, a pretty big meal to open my window. And then what would happen is I wouldn't really get hungry until, towards my evening meal. And then I would eat again. And then usually I was done for the day. I did find that sometimes I would eat a snack right before my window closed because I wanted fasting to feel easy. And that was just one of my little techniques. But other than that, I really didn't find myself snacking during the day. And as I practiced intermittent fasting more, I started to recognize that a lot of times the reason I was going to grab a snack was because I was procrastinating on something. Like there was something I didn't want to do. So I would just, head over into the kitchen and make myself a snack. And when I started to recognize that about myself, then I started to realize oh, that's a really bad habit. And I got into the habit instead of just taking action on the thing, which then meant that I didn't find the need to snack as much. I also learned about myself that I tended to want to go grab a snack when I was feeling stressed. Like after we had our budget meeting, I would want to go grab something. And I didn't realize that before intermittent fasting. But once I started to realize that, I, again, started to say, okay, I need to change that habit. And I will say, I didn't realize how many calories I was eating during my snacking until I started to not snack anymore. And I started to realize oh, wow, there were quite a few times during the day that I was going to grab a snack, and that really can add up. So can you snack when you're intermittent fasting? I think you can, and I think you can still lose weight. Like I said, I didn't have a strict rule against it, but I would just offer to you it's something to be mindful of. If you find that you're not really having results and you also find yourself snacking a lot, it might be something to try to just cut out and just go to bigger meals and see how that works for you. Thank you for watching. And if you'd like more content like this, be sure to subscribe down below. If you're having trouble getting started on your weight loss journey, check out my Slow and Steady Success Academy. You can subscribe to the entire course collection, which includes monthly access to my flagship course, Intermittent Fasting for Weight Loss 101, which is the course on intermittent fasting that I wish I would have had when I first heard about it. You'll also get access to courses about mindset and maintenance and weight tracking. My goal with each course is to teach you how to lose weight sustainably and keep it off for the rest of your life. Come join the Academy today.